Let's now move to the teaching of writing skills in the classroom. The teaching of writing mechanics in a classroom might focus on three important goals. In the beginning, a teacher might focus on the word recognition by his students, and this becomes very important when teachers are coming from a different system of writing. The teacher will have to make his or her students recognize the words in the new language, which is possibly their target language. The next is to look into and practice spelling and sound correspondence. And this could be done via all four language skills. Teacher would like to make his student practice the similarities in various sounds and the letters they use for writing. The next is to help learners to move beyond letters or words and produce some connected writing by uniting various ideas in larger discourses or larger pieces of writing. Recognition and writing, they are very important for the learners in writing skills, especially when they are at the beginning stage. However, to acquire the mastery of sound and spelling correspondence, it is necessary to look in the generalizations which are being used by the native speakers. The major types of word recognition tasks include matching task, writing task, and meaningful sound spelling correspondence practice, which are largely run by the teacher within the classroom. He makes his students match, as I said earlier, between different sounds and letters and practice them in form of various drills within the classroom, and also help them identifying if there is any anomaly or a difference between the letters and the sounds. Capitalization and basic punctuation rules are another important skills which students need to master at the beginning. At this early stage, a teacher could be benevolent enough to allow his students to copy various writings so that they get a better recognition of the words and different writing patterns. However, this copying thing could be challenging for students if they are asked later on to produce their own writing by choosing certain words about a topic. So they might face some difficulties when they would be writing on their own. Sound spelling correspondence. English is a unique language in many ways, and it is largely rule governed. Therefore, it poses many challenges to its learners in relation to letter and sound recognition. There are almost 44 phonetic symbols in the language, and whereas there are almost 26 letters who represent these sounds in writing. So there has to be some imbalance and some lack of clarity for the new learners of this language. Our teacher's skill is making his students practice the sound and their corresponding letters within the classroom, and make them notice if there is any difference or which letter. Make them also notice which letters carry more than one sounds in different situations, and he has to explain those situations to his students as well. In this regard, teacher would like to combine the teaching of phonetic units and graphemic units at the same time, whereas also focusing on the pronunciation and practice in spellings. The vowel letter are those letters in English language which pose the bigger difficulties for the learners, because they are very difficult to be found in sounds and in other forms of writing as well. English orthography and English sound letter correspondence may not be that easy, may not be consistent in many ways, but it still has certain patterns of consistency which may be learned through which may be learned after certain practice, and teacher, as I said earlier, could make his students practice such things. In this regard, we could see that there could be certain sound and spelling patterns which a teacher might make his students learn before they go on for writing.